spend a little bit more time here to hopefully make up a lot more time in Quest for Glory 3. Whoops. So the nice thing is I'm not as dedicated to getting like a stupid low number in Quest for Glory 1, which means I should technically get at least one of these runs out of here pretty quick. Hi, Tikajia. 3, 2, 1. What denomination are you? I'm a United Methodist pastor. 3, 2, 1, go. That is not a very good United Methodist as far as things go. I tend to buck the trend in a lot of ways. And I'd be happy to answer that more on Discord then. Let's see what we can get. No, I don't, actually. I've never heard of that. Takes a lot of extra time to get that right. That's funny. There we go. And again, this is okay that it's not like on world record pace. Cool. It's actually faster than the last time I did it, so. Okay. Really? What was he banned for Twitch from? Like, I mean, you really got to make an effort to get banned sometimes on Twitch. Hey, so Max Outker. Like, I mean, you can put yourself in IRL mode and you can immediately begin to just... That can happen. It can happen. Doesn't take a lot. I'd be very interested to see that. I'll take a look. That's why I don't say anything. I try to keep myself focused on the games. I do. I try to keep myself focused on the games. Try to get that XP up from 401k and Saurus. Luckily, it was only 5 to 10 minutes of leveling, which is good. You can do it really fast. You really can. You can level quite quickly. Experience is one of those weird categories we don't quite understand, though. Yeah, spam throwing. I think David figured out. Not exactly. No, he definitely believed that he was in the. He was definitely a person who believed in the influence of the spirit tangibly within people's lives. I mean, his conversion was one of the biggest reasons that they would say the worm, the strange warming of his heart is, I think, the way he put it. Throwing's the way I would go. I think it's agility that David said is kind of the big way that you would buff things up. Intelligence is another good one. Like, once you hit certain levels, it seems like your XP will ramp up faster. I really want to get through Quest for Glory 2. I'm surprised I was only about 20 seconds behind on that, actually, because that door is taking much longer than I expected it to. God, this... I have watched this cutscene. I'm trying to think of how many times I've watched this cutscene. The arm wrestling's interesting. Arm wrestling actually isn't a measurement of strength. The more stamina you have, the better. You want to be able to ramp up stamina as fast as you can to beat Isur. And if you can do that, you'll be better off. Wow, this is really taking a long time to load this game today. Oh yeah, you got plenty of time. I did not deposit my stuff again. Forgot to deposit my armor. We might be quitting out, but I hope not. Okay, looks like we're not backing out. I mean, I guess I could end up with the bag. This is really the optimal place to get rid of it. Night 1. Night 2. Night 3. Night 4. Night 5. Night 6. I'm gonna do one thing out of character here. I need a little bit of extra money. $8. Yeah, I have to get that on day 7. I can't go out on day 9 and get that. 9. Yeah, Fire Elemental's rough in VGA. Especially if you're playing an imported character that can get pretty much one-shot as fast as you can imagine. What do I need to do? 28. I don't think I need to barter anymore, actually. No, I got plenty of money. I wouldn't have had enough, though, the way I was doing it before. Okay. Nine. I'm sorry, that's 10. That's night 10, 11, 12, 13. There we go. I said a little bit slower, But I think this will be a lot more consistent. So this is 17 or 14 here. Okay. I hate not getting out to Razier sub 10 minutes, though. I mean, that hurts. That really stings here. Yeah, strength grinding's part of it. I went out to get an extra 50 dinar for completing the fire elemental from the Fighters Guild, which probably took about 5 seconds. I mean, it's not a huge, but yeah, it's about, if you think about it, it's about 30 seconds it was about 30 seconds off of the record. Actually, about 23 seconds off now that I think about it. I think I left at 128 was my time in Quest for Glory 1. So you figure, all in all, I'm taking an extra 30 seconds worth of time at least. Part of it's safety, because I am buying additional health pots. That's the big one. The extra healing pots is definitely the big part. Because otherwise, I wouldn't have to go out on day 7. That's going to take off like 6 to 10 seconds. I don't even think it's a full 10 seconds if you go fast enough. But having those extra healing pots makes the fire room and Kaveen and pretty much everything else very, very consistent. I don't necessarily need them now that I think about it, but I needed not just the healing pots. I might as well get the healing pots if I'm going to get enough money to get Force Bolt. That was a really big mistake there. It won't work as a fighter. Whoops. You need to be a thief. You need to be able to show sign, and then you can sell. So unless I have some sort of thief skill like yeah, it was a bummer. I was really hoping that would have done it, but it was not meant to be. Our buddy out of Vs. Good old buddy. It's kind of nuts that normally I'm like finishing Quest for Glory 3 right around this time. Or Quest for Glory 2. There we go. Alright, let's see. Give me a second here. I'll have some time once the game ends here. That would be awesome. I would love that. If they would have been able to do that quickly. Let's see. Agility. Teleport. What? Oh. Okay, we're going to Quest for Glory 3. We did it! Yay! I'm about a minute behind where the thief is at this point. Okay, other day there was a meta conversation about Baba Yaga possibly not technically being, if you didn't get rid of her in Quest for Glory 4. Well, it seemed like they could have set that up also with the Hangman's Tree. She said she found it in the tree, so that would make sense that there may have been an opportunity to not have her there. And Julinar not being, I mean, that makes sense also. I mean, you would need to clear up 2 quest lines, though. Quest for Glory 2, not saving Julinar. And then Quest for Glory 3, not telling Selim about her. Yeah. I actually think it'd be kind of cool also if Erasmus was not as prominent. Like he didn't bring you to, or like something along those lines. I mean, you get my point. I mean, if you didn't meet him in Quest for Glory 1, you didn't meet him in Quest for Glory 2, why would you meet him? Why would he know you in Quest for Glory 4? Like maybe Aziza brings you to Selmaria or something like that, but even then you'd still need to say that you met her. Having some way to code that would have been awesome. Import. Paladin. Cancel. Play game. Import. Fighter. A whopping 180 points. Exactly. That would have been, I would have loved that. Every second of that, I thought that would have been cool. And that would have completely changed the routing in so much. But how would you, like, you would have needed a lot more. That would have been some really interesting 100% choices. My character's got a little bit of a weight problem. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or, for example, yeah, I mean, make friends with Aziza or keep on for several days before going into it. That would have been cool. That would have been a good way. But even still, coming with Rakeesh and Ahura, technically you don't have to meet them in Quest for Glory 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I got to agree. I mean, unless it's a game that has an in-game timer that really rewards you, like Metroid. Metroid was meant to be speedrun. Or even like racing games, they're meant to be speedrun just by definition. Okay, so get this here. This will give us the yes answer. Greet. honor. Quiche. Okay, it looks like I got the paladin's ability to use a flaming sword right there. All right, straight to the end. You know what? I am going to make a stop here. You might be wondering why. Because I think I have the paladin's ability to, I think I have the paladin's ability to use the flaming sword. It might just be detect danger. Takes a lot of extra time, but it's worth it. Oh, it's so bad, the amount of speed you lose here because you don't have enough strength to actually be a hero. Okay, Space Quest speedruns are... Because why not? You know, I have not watched any, other than the tool-assisted run of, like, Space Quest 1, I really haven't watched any Space Quest runs. And I should, because they're super interesting. By the way, my character's weight encumbrance issues will definitely be done once I hit Quest for Glory 4, because you get bumped up to minimum stat levels. Several minutes off world record. That's good. I will say, that is one of the most rewarding things about speedrunning, is knowing that you're playing it more precise than most other players. I love just a black line. I debated whether or not I would come here and do an extra fight in order to get some more weapon skill. I think I'm okay. I think that might take a little bit more time than I care to. And I might also have to recover stamina, which I'm not crazy about the thought of. That's good to know. You can line up the combat, or the fetch spell. The reason you get the Paladin Sword ahead of time is because it is just that much faster. It might even do more damage. Oh, come on. I need to wait now. I got hit somehow. Rotato, good to see ya. Yeah, Razir, because I'm using Quest for Glory 2, is very, very slow. Combat in Quest for Glory 2 is slow. I'd much rather... If I was going to do that, I would wait until Quest for Glory 3. Got him. One down, one to go. So far, we're trying something a little different with this run, so I can't really tell you yet. Rotato. Yeah, I mean, David's really good at combat in Quest for Glory 2, but because the minimum skill level is so much lower, or so the maximum skill ceiling is so much lower, you gain stats way slower. Like, the game actually seems to have like a rubber band system where you gain minimum stats much faster in the later games. Like, if you're at like 100 strength for some odd reason in Quest for Glory 3, you'll gain strength much faster. Same thing if you want to see a good example in Quest for Glory 2. If you have less than 20 stealth in Quest for Glory 2, it won't even let you go into stealth mode. But if you keep typing sneak, suddenly you'll have 20. And then if you just stand still while sneaking, you'll actually gain stat points. Which is really kind of funny. Let's see how fast my guy's going. Yeah, if you just go into sneak mode, like, use the cheat consoles. Yeah, use the Suck Blue Frog code, use Alt-H, and set your stats, or your skills, all to, like, 20. Then type sneak, and just stand in one spot. And just keep checking your stats. I don't think walking is necessary to do it, but it jumps up faster and faster at lower because it's at lower levels. When you get to higher levels, it takes longer. That was actually a good chance to... Oh my gosh, he's like a... He's a mess. I'm just going to click here for a minute and get some stamina points back. Also, the cheat mode won't let you go below certain minimums if you're in a particular character class like a thief. Oh, that's not good. Okay, looks like I could probably survive one more of those hits. That bite comes out of nowhere so fast. I wanted to get the 4. I can blame you. Totally get that. Oh, no. Don't start doing that, jank. Oh, I hate this demon. I hate him so much. I like to keep checking them. When he does that bite, there is nothing you can do. If you're not blocking already, you're done. Nice. Yeah, it was. What I loved about it is that the cheat codes, like Suck Blue Frog and those, they taught you that you weren't invincible even with ultimate stats. With the max stats, you could still be killed. I mean, don't get me wrong, you survive combat faster, and you can do most puzzles on your first try. Yeah, stamina. Getting there. Come on. You need one more hit, one more connection. The guy's killing me. Okay, two more. We did it. Unbelievable. We did it. We're out. Oh my gosh. Oh, I will never be able to get this as fast as... First try. It should have been. I got robbed on that first fight. Now that I'm an adult, though, I will say, I like using the cheat codes to lower my stats to below minimums. I would agree with you. Definitely much smoother. Now we're going back to magic. We don't need any other of the silly business with other stuff now. We have minimum stat gains, or minimum stat requirements. We're okay. And because we have open, we don't really need to worry necessarily about some of the other silliness in this game too, like having minimum strength requirements and stuff. Four. .108 is David's record. And I'll tell you, this is not going to be a very clean run, I'll say that much. I can't believe that death's in there. I can't believe I lost to that scrub. Man. I just need to not screw this game up. You will get to see one glitch that I don't do very often, though. And I'll show it to you when it comes up. It's pretty early in the run. And it actually is really useful, too. First try. It's down at the swamp, this glitch. It's actually a really good puzzle, all things considered. Whoops. Got it. I mean, I screwed it up a little bit there, but that was a pretty good one. Okay, we need to get the magic. Science. Empty. Okay, we're golden. Alright, here's the glitch. I'm going to land here, and I'm going to start immediately casting. Now, I do not have as much magic points as I usually do here. Now, I am training my magic skill, though, as I'm doing this. But notice I don't have enough to go, but you can actually rest here. You can rest here while that guy's shooting at you. And funny enough, you end up pretty much exactly where you need to be as far as your magic goes. Yeah, exactly. That one's pretty well known, but we don't usually use it in most runs, but this is like the one run where it works. And it's worth it because you get the extra, you get the resting, which you have to do anyway. You get the extra magic skill, which helps for Quest for Glory 5. Oh. See. Hell. And you don't have to enter combat, which is way more consistent. Good, we made it. Let me just double check to make sure I did that. Get into that Wraith screen so that way you cancel out any combats that are going to happen on your way back home, because you're right at the edge of what combat should be looking like there. Who's talking to me? Zero Blade Edge? Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I actually don't have anything on the leaderboards for this category, so anything I get here is going to be better than what I've done. Frumpy, good to have you. Look at this, we're actually making it through. Oh, we got way more viewers now. I should just ask again. How's everybody hanging out? How's everybody doing? I need it to be 1 hour after you're getting exhausted. Or you're really tired.
Yo.
Working. Nice. Tamlin. Tamlin is pizza, water, air, earth, water. That is one of the harder ones.
Yeah.
I know, we might actually get there. In fact, right now it's looking good. Dang. That is a long... It's a long day. Oh my gosh, it's a double shift. Oh, wind down, listen to the Quest for Glory 4 soundtrack in my soothing voice. Something I've never been accused of. Fintech never sleeps. I'll switch back over to my stream over here. Okay, Brotato, I just saw that you named the hero. Next runs I'm doing, Brotato's up. You should. These games are great, Xenoblade. They're really just... There's nothing about these games that I would change. I can say that. Even Quest for Glory 5, I've learned to love them where they're at now. And, I mean, I've been playing them for so long, why not? I mean, if I didn't love the games, I wouldn't be playing them as often as I do. I don't even know if I know how to do a casual run anymore. I mean, I'm kind of at the point where I can at least say I know like 99% of everything that's supposed to happen in the series. So there's like no way I don't metagame this. I did not get the doll. What a weird thing to do. It only took me a second to get it now, but I can't believe I didn't get that. So weird. Yeah, I have to agree. This is my favorite. It tried something new, and it really... It wouldn't surprise me if they are. I really cannot believe I forgot the doll. It's been a long time since I forgot the doll. Let's go save Igor. I think my usual goal is 37 to the benchmark is 37 to the to the camp. I'm way off that number, but I'm also on a completely different class. Like Thief is so much faster than all the other classes. Like, it's not even close. My fastest wizard any percent run is 10 minutes. Almost 10 full minutes behind the thief. Like, it's crazy. I heard about that. Excuse me. Need to go see Magda twice. Alright, let's see what other kind of trouble a character can get into. I was going to say, I don't remember whether or not I told Nikolai about it, but I must have. Now that I forgot the doll, I'm like second-guessing myself constantly. Here we go. Could have been cleaner. Could have also been a lot messier too, but...
You fill your...
Should have been the elderberries first there. Wonder what my time's gonna be. Because let me tell you, we're not done with this category. Like, as much as I want to be done with it, I'm not gonna be done with it. This should be at least as fast as the wizard. And for God's sakes, there's no blue orchid. Just a gargoyle.
That...
I will say I am very happy that I am not having to deal with that scrub of a blue orchid right now. I don't have to grind that one out for a while. Ba, 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 ba. B-O-R-G-O-V. Fighters' doors are not locked. The only problem is that I need to make sure I have enough open skill. Okay, there we're good. The reason I have to worry about that is that Open has a minimum skill bar. You need to get 50, or else it will not transfer over to Quest for Glory 2, or 5. There's a nasty one now. I mean, I just got my shot like 2 weeks ago. Actually, it was about a little over a week now. I need to stay a fighter instead of a paladin. See, the funny thing is, I didn't even know that you could... This is going to sound crazy. I didn't know in Quest for Glory 3 that you could, become that. Or that you could become a paladin in Quest for Glory 3. I always stayed a fighter. I didn't realize that that was a thing. So, that really doesn't add any time at all. I would actually say it probably adds more time to become a paladin in Quest for Glory 3 than it does anything else. Because there's nowhere that you can, like, really intentionally, accidentally grind whenever you're doing a speedrun. Now, for 100%, that could be a different story. I don't know the answer there. England, huh? More contagious? I just read the CDC's thing also. Apparently something about if someone in your family gets it and you've had the vaccine, you don't need to quarantine now or something like that. They must have enough data to say that these vaccines are like really effective. Which also means that it's really hard to be contagious if you have it, which is nice. Yeah, I just read that. Or I should say my wife did. I didn't read it firsthand, but she was the one who read it, and she's not she's been very, very worried about this thing from, like, day one, so... You've brought real joy. By the way, where did Nikolai go? I love it. Well, the only reason I was able to get in this area was because of my BMI. I mean, I would have been in the next tier because I'm clergy in the state of Pennsylvania. We're considered part of the other essential employees. Yes and no. We probably wouldn't have closed. I'll shoot straight. I know that's controversial, but the way I described it to my church was like this. I could get myself into some hot water here, so I'm hoping you take this as somebody who's earnest about what he believes, and it's not just a denier. It's not, I've been very careful the entire time. But I'm going to get myself in the hot water with this. Okay. Since I've already started the conversation, I'll say it like this. Whenever you look at things in history, like the plagues that ravaged Rome and anything like that, the Christians were the ones who always stayed to manage to help out. If there were centurions marching down the street with swords, the people would also not expect me to shut the building down. They would expect me to be there and to not close things down. So, with that in mind, I did not feel that it was the right thing for us to necessarily close. However, I had also just had a baby, and my associate pastor felt differently, and I gave him full power, full backing. I would not have downplayed it, anything like that, if he would have chose to do differently, and he chose differently. And I almost say, like, you know what? Okay, God was taking it out of my hands at that moment. I was fine with that. It hurt, it stung, but we were really only closed for like a full week beyond that. We went to a drive-in source instead. We went to a drive-in service, so we really were only closed down for about 2 weeks before we were able to start meeting again. And I don't want you to think that was unilateral. I had some people in the church that were frustrated at me for that kind of thought. I had some that were backing me. I had some... the fact was, at that moment, it felt, honest to God, like if I shut the doors, people would be frustrated. If I kept the doors open, people would be frustrated. No matter what I did, I was in a catch-22 as far as the whether or not people would be happy or not. So I had to put that out of my mind. It's not about keeping people happy at that point. I had a moral decision to make at that. Oh, yeah, we did. But even still, there's a difference between encouraging distancing and mandating. And mandating anything was kind of, like, tough. I mean, I have to say it like this. We're not a... okay, this is going to sound really bad out of context, but that's not the way I want it to be. I don't want it heard this way. Part of what being a Protestant is not mandating the things that are required for worship overall. Now, there are some things that we would say are not negotiable as far as orthodoxy would go, but at the same time, there's also not the same level of you must do this and this and this and this or else you can't be a part of our church. Anybody watching this is going to be like, great, Pastor Paul's nuts. Okay, yeah. And we're kind of an offshoot there, so. Methodism has far more in touch with Anglicanism than anything. Oh yeah, we're under Protestant. I mean, we protested in pretty much the same level as Anglicanism did. We're really an offshoot of that because Wesley did not want to be separated from the Church of England. That was not his point in going into Methodism there. Okay, let me get this up here. Man, this... oh my gosh, this system. It hates Quest for Glory 5. Import. Shadows. Mr. Pure Power will not be taking any strength. He'll be putting everything into magic. That's cool. Yeah, it looks like it. Trigger. Frostbite. Calm. Like I said, no matter what, this is going to beat my PB, and it's looking now that I would really have to screw up to screw up the rest of it. Yes, it's basically that was the catalyst. Now, whether or not Henry was actually pious in that motive is a matter for debate. I'll shoot straight with you. I think it is a matter of opportunity more than anything else. However, to say that he wasn't at least verbally devout, it kind of... yeah, at least... well, let's be fair. It was the royalty in Europe at the time. There was, like, just rampant exceptionalism. Well, part of the problem is that he kind of cut off his... you know, he cut himself off to spite his own face because he had to acquire a papal pardon in order to marry within certain bounds of marital bloodline. I mean, she was his brother's wife before him, even though his brother died, and she claimed that they never actually consummated, which means that in literal terms, he was her, you know, this is very different than the way we see it today. He was her brother, or she was his brother, or sister-in-law. And as in, like, literally her sister. Very different from the way that we look at it. So he got the exception and then wanted it overturned on the same grounds. And it's kind of like, you can't really do that, buddy. Yes, that's fair. More off again since Henry VIII, or actually since the ascension of Elizabeth. I mean, Mary was their last real bout of Catholicism, so. Oh! Ooh, almost died. Yeah, I mean, I hate to put it that way, but that seems to be the way that it was. Of course, he also thought the reason he wasn't having a kid is because, or that he was having daughters, is because God was cursing him. Or a daughter, was that God was cursing him. He believed under the assumption that his marriage to his sister-in-law was illegal. And God was making a mistake. So whenever he wasn't, or God was punishing him for it.
What is rightfully mine, then I shall destroy it. You cannot stop.
Oh, yeah.
No one can stop.
That's pretty. She had a pretty wild, a wild reign, all things considered. It's a little bit beyond my epic, though. My, I am a more of a early to middle age, like Middle Ages historian. So, met my wife the first time. First time I went.
Villa. Need help.
No, my parents are not believers at all. I mean, I've always been part of the Methodist Church, but I didn't start going to church, period, until I was almost 19 years old. And I mean that in the most literal sense of the word. Not even Christmas and Easter. Oh, that was a really good frostbite. I'm trying to see if I can cast spells to interrupt the normal course of what happens in here, but it doesn't seem like anything's helping, so. Yeah, this is going to be a record by quite the amount. 108 is the current record, just to give you an idea. And this will be faster than Wizard, and I can't believe it. Watch, it'll crash right here.
Behold, the new
There we go. Finally got a fighter run done. There were so many new strats that have gone into this. I mean, if you think about it, this would have been closer to sub 1 minute. Hey, Aaron, how you doing?